from half court.
Jumping for joy with
first ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh,
did he bring it in? He did.
it is
caught!
For the first round of the CIAC Class LL quarterfinals between the 7-seed Danbury Hatters and the 2-seed Fairfield Prep Jesuits. I'm joined here by Carson. Carson, how excited are you for this game tonight?
I'm absolutely excited. I was a bit bummed out when it got moved from Tuesday to Wednesday, but we're here now. I'm absolutely ecstatic to see Danbury come in. It's their first time in the playoffs in over 20 years. I mean, it's almost new territory for this whole team. I can't wait to see what they've got in store.
Yeah, this Danbury team is hungry. The last time they made the playoffs was in 2002. The last time they had a winning season was 2014. They're coming in tonight excited, and they're ready to play. What are some key players you want to see for the Jesuits? As you take a look at the bracket here, we have Greenwich and Staples in the bottom. That would be whatever team would win this game would advance to play. And then in the top half of the bracket, you have the 1-seed New Britain facing off against New Farms Academy. Also, Southington and Glastonbury, another phenomenal game there. Assuming the Jesuits or the Hatters were to win, who do you think doesn't win that Greenwich Staples game? Give me your prediction.
Oh, that's a tough one. I heard some football players in the team. I'm not going to name exactly who, put a target in their back, but I heard at least 2 or 3 predicting that Staples will win. And I could see it. Greenwich has been a bit faltering as of lately. They had a great start to the season, but
Welcome into Rafferty Stadium for the quarterfinals of the CIAC Class LL playoffs. You have 6-4 Danbury entering into Prep's house. Prep is 8-2, coming off of a dominant win versus Xavier. Danbury lost a tough one to Ridgefield on Thanksgiving Day, 17-7. Carson, what do you want to see out of this Prep team today?
what I really want to see today is just Fairfield Prep to throw the deep ball and really just get that home, honestly. J.J. Langston has been a big threat, honestly. And on the Danbury side, they really are without their primary pass rusher. And it's going to be really difficult for them, but I think their strategy should still be to go for the blitz, get some pressure on Robbie Manning.
Yeah, I completely agree. This Danbury offense is led by junior QB Jake O'Keefe, who's very good, but he's also complemented with senior running back Lovron Cherry, who's had some great games this year, especially against Norwalk in that gritty, rainy game that they won. That's probably their best win of the season. This is going to be a tough battle. This will be a great game between these two great teams, and I'm excited to see the result here.
I'm really excited as well. Let's play some football.
And we're now going to send it down to the field for prayer.
Draw your attention to the field, ladies and gentlemen, at this time. If you're able to do so, please rise and direct your attention to the field where Prep's father, Ron Perry of the Society of Jesus, who will now lead us in our game prayer.
Good evening and welcome. Let's pray tonight for a great game, a game free from injury. I invite you now to join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. St. Ignatius. Enjoy the game.
We welcome you back down to the field here as the Hatters are running out from their locker room. They're excited to play. Again, as we mentioned, their first playoff appearance since 2002. Jesuits, meanwhile, have been in 6 of the last 7 CIAC playoffs. True fact. Carson, how excited are you for this game? I know we've touched on it a bunch of times. We see the captains walk out here. Noel Curran, the honorary captain today. But this is going to be a great game.
This is going to be a great game, and I'm very excited to see it. I mean, Prep, it's their first test in the playoff, and I'm really excited to see how they can fare against a young Danbury team that's really dangerous, and it's an easy team to overlook because it's Danbury. They haven't been in the playoffs in 20 years, but you can't overlook them. They're 6-4 for a reason, and they're in Class AA. Force to be reckoned with.
Mind you, 6-4 in one of the toughest divisions, if not the toughest in Connecticut football, the CIAC, with teams like Greenwich, New Canaan, and Darien. And they've had a gritty season. They had a 4-game win streak in the middle of it to set them up for the playoffs. And they're excited to come out here and play at Rafferty Stadium under the lights. You got the Jesuits ready to play as well. The Jesuits feel like this is their year. What do you think can help them win this game, win the next few, and finally get a state title?
I think what you have to start off with is establish the run. And I know you hear coaches say that for every team, any situation, but it's always important. You always need to have someone establish the run, and I think the person you need to do that is Vinny Lombardo, and a little bit of Robbie Manning action in there. Honestly, like some scrambling, designed runs. Also, I think it's going to be very useful to establish the run, and then you can hit the deep shots with J.J. Langston.
Yeah, definitely. Manning is actually the team's 3rd leading rusher with 249 yards. And then that 1-2 punch of Lombardo and Callahan, each averaging over 6 yards a rush, over 600 yards on the season. They've done a phenomenal job, and the run is a huge part of the Jesuits' identity. You cannot underestimate Manning's arm either. He was my player to highlight for the game, has 1,200 passing yards on the year, almost 1,300. And the captains out here in midfield, Manning, one of them, Jordan Lewis as well, a star on this team, James Burgess, an all-SEC selection. Sam Barrett out there as well. And the Jesuits are excited, the Hatters are excited, and we're about to start the 2025 CIAC Double-L playoffs. I believe Fairfield Prep won the coin toss. Now these teams are going to huddle up and prepare. And on this defense, you have stars like Jordan Lewis, Sam Barrett that I've mentioned. Sam Barrett, a Bates commit. Jordan Lewis has 11 sacks in 10 games, which is phenomenal. And this Prep defense as a whole can turn the football over. They have 22 turnovers on the year, doing a great job on that. A note to mention, John Morris, the leader on the Prep defense in tackles, is out for today's game with an illness. I'm sure he's disappointed to be out. He's been a huge part of this Jesuits defense, really one of the leaders on the field. Carson, do you want to speak to that loss there?
Yeah, of course. John Morris, he's one of the leaders on the team in interceptions and tackles as well, tackles for loss, and he gets a few sacks here and there. So he's a guy that just gets everywhere, does a little bit of everything, and he's going to be a big loss for this team. Obviously, they have some linebackers that can step up. Matthew Mudry, Tavares Newkirk. They've got some guys, some dogs, some might say, to just fill that void, but obviously it's going to be tough losing one of your best players, John Morris.
Yeah, definitely. It's a next man up mentality for the Jesuits. It looked like the Hatters won the kickoff and opted to defer to the second half. So, Danbury will kick off here. Chad James. Oh, it is muffed. He recovers it. Around the outside, looking for room. And he's got space. He'll be brought down on a great return up to the 45 after he almost fumbled it and muffed it.
Real ones know, as Deion Sanders said, when you muff a punt, that's your biggest opportunity to get some big yardage. And we'll see if that holds up. I'm sure coach doesn't want to muff in every single punt, but let's get a replay on that. Muffs that punt. We'll watch him get some absolutely fantastic speed down the corner. That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, great play there. And now Manning takes the field for the first time, joined by Lombardo in the backfield. And Lombardo will get the first carry of the game, makes a move, and Lombardo drives up the middle. He will be brought down in midfield after, I believe, a 3-yard gain before the stop of forward progress.
That's a great job from the Danbury defense. I mean, when you're up against a running back like Lombardo, it's really difficult to hold him to minimal yardage. But just that swarming style defense was able to knock him down. One guy hold him, one guy knock him down. And I don't care if you're Derrick Henry. On a certain level, if there's 50 guys on you, you can't stay up.
Yeah, that was Lovron Cherry on the tackle there. Manning drops back, looks downfield, has Langston, and Langston tips it, playing defense there.
Okay, I got you. What happens if I don't tell you, though? Pull what down?
Colin Delaney is number 27, who had the big-time kick return to set them up, but the Jesuits have a 3rd and 7 in front of them here. That Manning-Langston connection has been brewing since freshman year. He almost got him there. Great defense by number 3, Sounders, to lock Langston up.
Looks to be some cover 3 action.
Manning takes the snap, looks Langston's way again. Langston drops him, but Manning overthrows Langston by a few yards there.
Yeah, Langston got a little unlucky there. He shook his defender who was in a deep cover 3 zone, the corner. Even though the corner's assignment on that play, his assignment is to make sure Langston stays on the inside. So I don't know how he managed to pull an out route there when the whole point of the corner's job was just to keep him on the inside. I mean,
yeah, Sounders
wow.
made a great play the play before, but there he got Langston, put him on skates. So Cornelius on to punt. He's averaging 39 yards a punt this season. He recently committed to Lehigh. He's been a great kicker for the Jesuits.
Yeah, he has been a great kicker. I mean, every single time you see him just kick it into the end zone, touchback, into the end zone, touchback.
And he's a phenomenal punter as well. Prep special teams, a huge role in their win over Jonathan Law earlier in the season. Cornelius will spiral this one into the air. And this one's going to go all the way down to the 2-yard line. What a punt by Cornelius. And a great job by Noel Kern to get down there and make sure it didn't go in the end zone. And Danbury is going to have tough field position to start their first playoff drive in over 20 years.
That's going to be really rough for them. I think it's going to be a time for them to really just pass it early. I know you're on the 2-yard line and it could be catastrophe, but you really got to make sure that you start out hot against this prep team. Yes, you made that first stop, but I think it's really important to just show them, just hit him in the jaw.
Yeah, that was a great first stop by the Hatters, making sure Lombardo couldn't run over him. And then Manning just missed a few throws.
Quarterback for the Hatters is number 11, Jake O'Keefe.
I kind of like when it's like still moving. There's a way to do that too, though, right? Like I'll just draw normally if I wanted to like keep moving while I'm drawing.
O'Keefe takes the snap, hands it off to Lovron. He'll go up the middle with barely any room, and he'll get stopped for no gain. Jordan Lewis on the tackle there, making a big play with the cast on his hand.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the injury is. Can't be anything too significant. He's been in the cast for a bit now.
Yeah, he seems to be playing through it well. He is probably the star of this prep defense. Like, he's just been playing out of his mind this season. And so now a 2nd and 11, or 2nd and 10.5 for this Hatters offense. He'll hand it off to Lovron again, trying to get room along the outside, and he will make his way up to the first down marker.
That's exactly what I was talking about. You need to get a quick chunk play. Not quite 20 yards, but that's still a sizable gain for Danbury. And now they're out of their own end zone. Now you can really get into your real offense instead of just trying to get out of there.
Yeah, Lovron Cherry is a key part of this Hatters offense, and right there you can see why. Stuck behind the sticks, backed up in their own end zone, and he's able to break it off for 15 yards. So Cherry gets the handoff again. He cuts inside, and he is met immediately on the tackle by Sullivan up the middle. You still get 2 yards, though.
That'll be 2nd down and 6.
Second and 6 for this Hatters offense. O'Keefe takes the snap. Shaney on the pressure. O'Keefe throws it out, and he will overthrow his receiver by a yard. He was going for Juan Reyes on the outside there. And now it's a 3rd and 7.
As Luca Frito come out, this will be their nickel look.
See Ryan Murray with the Guardian cap on. First time I've seen that in high school football, but I don't mind the look. O'Keefe drops back to pass. O'Keefe pressured. O'Keefe using his wheels to get outside. Up against the sideline, and it is complete. What a throw by O'Keefe to find John Calari along the sideline.
That's fantastic. That was such a tight window. Just right outside the outstretched arms of Jack Buck. one of the star corners on this team. Really someone you got to watch out for, and he just gets it right on the inside, right in between him and Tavares Newkirk.
Yeah, Buck on good coverage, but O'Keefe using his legs, finding room and making plays. Now they'll hand this one off to Cherry. He'll take it out to the right. He is met immediately by Jordan Lewis for a loss. Jordan Lewis, a tackle for loss machine.
Yeah, that's just textbook. Ran right into him.
That's Jordan Lewis' 16th tackle for loss on the year.
Jeez. I wouldn't be surprised if over half of those were sacks.
Yeah, I mean, he does have 11 sacks, and they've only played 10 games, so.
We'll see if he can get his 3 that he was predicting earlier.
Yeah, that was a bold prediction to get 3 sacks, but, I mean, you can never doubt Jordan Lewis.
We'll see.
O'Keefe in an empty backfield. First time the Jesuits defense has seen this look today. And they might have gotten him to jump. That would be Luca Freed, who jumped off sides. So after that tackle for loss by Jordan Lewis, Danbury gets it right back. And some more.
Yeah, if you're Danbury, that's more of a sigh of relief. You get it back ahead of the chains. All you need is just a mid-sized gain, and then you're back in distance again in that first down.
Danbury in the same look, empty backfield for O'Keefe. Puts him in motion. He takes the handoff to the outside. He will be stopped at the line of scrimmage. That was Saunders on the run outside there on the jet sweep, and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, nowhere to go is right. See your red defenders meeting him on the outside. It's just tough sometimes when you try to run to the outside because the speed difference, or not the speed difference, but the speed on defense is just so great nowadays that it's basically impossible to get out there before all the linebackers.
Yeah, you have Sullivan and Newkirk out there just getting to the outside, and that's why Saunders had nowhere to go. They're going to hand this one off again to Saunders, and he gets stopped right at the line.
Yeah, Ryan Murray slowed that play down very quickly, coming off the edge. A lot of times you don't really see that. You see the running back get in there before Murray. The defensive end wouldn't even been able to get in there. But that speed is fantastic. Long arms, able to just pull on the shoulder pad, drag him down.
This brings in the punting unit. Jorge Ceballos is out there to punt for Danbury. It's a bit of a high snap, but it'll work. He sends this one out. And Brian Moore had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, and I want to highlight, again, how the speed of Ryan Murray is so important there. It seems like a small play, third down stop, big deal, but that speed, just the threat of it alone on a running play, forces the offense now have to block him, meaning they have one less blocker to cover the holes and just push through the prep defense. So it's really difficult to game plan around a team like that when there's just so many bodies looking to tackle your running back.
So Manning back in the backfield with Lombardo to start off this drive. He'll take the snap. He'll give it to Lombardo. And Lombardo has a hole. He's going to fight for that first down. I think he'll be a yard short. Good run by him up the middle. Lombardo averaging over 6 yards a carry on the season, doing the same here, going for 9.
Yeah, the dual sport athlete has been all over the stats page. Receiving yards, touchdowns, rushing and receiving.
He actually is third on the team in receiving as a running back. He's had a great year. This one is going to go to Lombardo again, and he'll find another hole for a first down.
Yeah, Prep's really banking on the depth difference and just thinking that they're the home team. They've got more bodies, and they can just lean on them, and just basically choke the life out of this Danbury team. It's 0-0, but that's the type of game plan I'd draw up if I was Coach Zachary Thomas.
Yeah, he's a great offensive coordinator, one of the best if you ask me.
Motion.
Manning sets Delaney in motion. Delaney takes the jet sweep. Delaney around the outside. Delaney gets hit pretty quickly there by Fabian Reynoso. Colin Delaney hasn't seen much action this year, but he's playing a big role in tonight's game, and he's done a great job so far with the big kick return to start off the game, getting them good field position, and then he's had a few looks on the jet sweeps.
If I'm Prep, I like that matchup on the outside.
Manning will hand this one off. Lombardo, nowhere to go. Brought down by number 5, Fabian Reynoso again, making plays all over the field here.
It's not really the case anymore since it's a passing down. They kind of lost their opportunity. But on that last play, I really liked the J.J. Langston matchup on the bottom of your screen. It was on the outside. I really liked it on a second and medium. I think they'll take advantage of it next time. If they leave him one-on-one again, I think they'll take advantage of it now, but highly doubt. I think he'll have some safety help.
He's matched up one-on-one on the bottom of your screen now. Manning rolling to his right, looking his way. This one will go to Moore, and it's off Moore's fingertips. That was a good throw by Manning. Moore just couldn't pull it in.
Yeah, that was a mesh concept on the under, and then a clear out on the top right.
I'd say Manning is sometimes more accurate when he's on the run, when he's rolling out, whether it be to the left or the right. That was a solid throw right there, just off the fingertips for Moore.
Yeah, that was a really good play call because Danbury was probably thinking exactly what I was thinking. Throw it to your best receiver, J.J. Langston. We're using him as a diversion.
Cornelius sends this one high, so the Hatters left a fair catch, and they will take over the ball at their own 20. But yeah, I agree. I thought that play was going to Langston the whole way. Manning rolling out to his right, but Manning saw a little gap in the defense, tried to hit Moore. Unfortunately, they're going to be punting it away. We'll see what the officials are talking about here. Interested to see what this call is and who it will be against. I think it might be against the Hatters as the officials are going to talk to Keith Helstern, the Jesuits head coach. I didn't see anything wrong on that punt. It might have been a hold or something. Okay, so the Hatters are going to make them re-kick. Cornelius will get a second shot at it. Try and repeat the first one.
You know, it's always tough as a kicker or punter when it's cold out. I mean, kicking that ball's got to feel like kicking a rock at this temperature. It's freezing. I can see my breath when I breathe a little too hard. I just put on 2 puffers.
Yeah, it's got to be hurting the foot a little bit. That ball turns into a rock basically when it gets cold out there. Cornelius will just copy and paste his first punt. It'll actually put him 5 yards further as the penalty was running into the kicker. Jesuits still opted to punt. Cornelius just a staple for this Jesuits team, one of their X factors on special teams. He's had a phenomenal year. And now the Jesuits defense will retake the field after playing bend don't break last time. And this Hatters offense is going to look to run the football with Cherry up the middle and around the edges.
Now, if you're Prep, what's your first play call?
On the next set of drives on offense?
No, right now.
Right now, I'm looking to get a little pressure going on the quarterback as Cherry breaks free, and he'll be brought down by Tavares Newkirk, but Cherry goes for a big gain, upwards of 20 yards, and the Hatters are running hurry up here. They don't want to give the Jesuits a rest.
Yeah, they're desperately missing their star linebacker, John Morris. They're desperately missing him.
O'Keefe, the snap is high. He still gets it off to Cherry, but he'll be brought down by a horde of Prep defenders. Jordan Lewis was in there, as well as Shaney and Dave DeLibro, or Dan DeLibro.
Yeah, it's a miracle he was able to get that back to near the line of scrimmage. Or actually, he got it all the way back. Well done.
Yeah, that was a good play by them. I know you wouldn't think a no-gain play is good, but that could have been much worse, that snap being high.
Oh, it could have been horrific.
Danbury with a 2nd and 10. O'Keefe drops back. O'Keefe pressured. O'Keefe rolling out to his right. Throws off the back foot, and he'll throw it out of bounds.
I've really been a fan of O'Keefe's pocket awareness. A lot of times they just tell you to climb the pocket, and then when you've gone off on your internal clock, then you run. But he's done a very good job at sensing this pressure. Jordan Lewis and DeLibro have been pressuring him all night, and he's been able to get away and make some really nice passes. I mean, you think he's got like a Madden ability or something. He's playing great.
Yeah, he is not waiting around in that pocket, and that's a good thing. You know, he's scurrying, he's making his plays with his feet, looking downfield, and he's completed a lot of those passes so far. This time O'Keefe on a quick screen pass out to Saunders on the outside. Saunders will get dragged down by Newkirk and a horde of Prep defenders, but he will still go for a decent gain of around 7. Not enough for the first down, though. So Caballeros and the punt unit will return to the field. Not a lot of offensive firepower so far in this game.
Yeah, not a lot. I don't mean to just talk about the quarterback, but did you see how he threw a little sidearm to get around the defender?
Oh, and now Caballeros has fumbled the snap. He tries to punt it away. It's blocked by Newkirk. Newkirk fights his way. What a play by Newkirk to set the Jesuits up in the red zone. And special teams are important. We've seen it before, and we see it now. It's a wobbly snap. It bounces before it gets to Caballeros, and he's just not able to maintain it. He tries to punt it off. Newkirk on the block and just fights his way downfield. And there are 3 parts to the game of football, and special teams cannot be forgotten. The Jesuits have done a phenomenal job of that this year and right now.
Yeah, and that was especially present in one of their last games, 2 games ago against Jonathan Law. I believe I announced that with you as well. I think they got 2 or 3 touchdowns just off of special teams.
Yeah, it was a great special teams performance as Lombardo gets the ball here. He'll go for 2. If you're the Jesuits, how aggressive are you to get up to a 7-point lead rather than a 3-point lead?
I'm actually not as aggressive as you would think. I think just going up 1 score alone is significant, and I think it's a momentum thing. If you go down there and you get stopped, I just think that's demoralizing for the team. You start to question your own ability, and you got some guys trying to play hero ball. And that's just really not what you want to have, especially when I think you have the depth advantage.
Manning looks across the middle of the field to Moore, and Moore is grabbed at the waist and unable to catch that. That was good coverage by Cherry, who plays both sides of the ball, running back and linebacker.
Yeah, it's always nice to have some physical defense.
Like a little bit of hand fighting there between both of them. And now it's a 3rd and 9. If they want any chance of going for it on 4th down, you know, they might look to run it. But I think they're going to try and take a shot at the end zone here and then. If not, they got one of the best kickers in the state to go for the field goal.
Yeah, I think you have to throw it here.
So Manning drops back. This is what he'll do. Manning pressured immediately, though. Manning will take off. Manning to the outside with room. He'll at least get the first down. He was close to that end zone, but he'll get out of bounds, and that'll be a 1st and 3, 1st and goal from the 3-yard line for the Jesuits.
Yeah, let's get a replay on that. He goes through 1, 2. I think that was 3 reads he looked through. That's well done. It was lightning quick, but since the pressure immediately gets out of the pocket, it's just what you love to see.
Yeah, Manning not afraid to run. He has 53 carries, taking off and running it. So he's a threat. And now they're going to bring a linebacker in. I think it's going to be a running play. It's going to be up the middle. I think they're going to be short. We got 18 seconds left in the first quarter here.
They're bringing in Dakota Newton. Look, the quarter should end, but their plan was to bring in Dakota Newton, their big wide receiver.
So that's the end of the first quarter there. Still a 0-0 game. The Jesuits will have a 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line on the other end of the field. Who's your player of the game so far? I know there hasn't been a lot of offense. Who do you think has really excelled on the field here tonight?
If I were to pick anyone, it would be Tavares because he got that big blocked punt.
Yeah, that block punt was huge. It set the Jesuits up with a red zone opportunity and great field position early on in this game. I mean, he came off the edge, getting to the punter quickly, able to block it and even return it for a few yards. So Tavares having a great game on special teams. And so the Jesuits really looking to go up by 7 here.
If you were to pick anyone on the Danbury side of the ball as your player of the game, who are you picking?
Right now, I think it'd be the quarterback, Jake O'Keefe. He's having a great game. He's finding his targets quickly, and when they're not there, he's not afraid to run, get to the outside, and find a man downfield. So number 15, Leo Buzzy, is up there in the running back slot with Lombardo behind him. This might just be a repeat of the last play. It's not. This one goes to Lombardo. Lombardo leaps the defender and gets in the end zone. And after Tavares Newkirk's block punt, the Jesuits take advantage and get 6.
Yeah, the dual sport athlete has been on fire all season. And you know what's even scarier? You got another all-star running back right behind him, Scout Callahan. That's terrifying.
Yeah, we haven't seen Scout Callahan in this game, but they both have over 600 yards. Both a 1-2 punch right there. And Lombardo just getting his way into the end zone quickly on that one, leaving no doubt. Cornelius perfect so far, and he will remain perfect as the Jesuits take a 7-0 lead here early in the second quarter. And Danbury is going to have to respond. They will get the ball.
Let's get a replay on that. 7-up Jesuits. And now the question is, when you're the lower seeded team with not as much depth, what do you do? What do you do? Do you swing for the fences or you stick to your game plan?
They have some great wide receivers out there on the edge, but the real strength is in their quarterback using their legs, and in Cherry, the running back. So 7-0 isn't that big of enough of a deficit for me to get too aggressive. But I wouldn't mind to see a little downfield shots here from this Hatters offense.
I wouldn't mind a draw. I'm a big fan of the draw. You just got to trust your O-line. And it's pretty difficult considering how tough the Prep defense has been on them all game so far. I don't think we've seen a single blitz. They've gotten pressure every single play. But you got to just trust your O-line, hope they can get you something. Or if you don't, you could go with the screen.
True. Cornelius sends this one into the end zone. This one won't be a touchback. It'll be returned by Saunders. Saunders is just going to be met by a horde of Prep defenders, so the Hatters will take over from their own 20-yard line. Well, the horde is still fighting, actually. They might move forward a couple of yards there, and the Hatters are going to take over at the 25-yard line. Good effort from them. Isaiah Sainville in there trying to make plays in that big mess of players.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's only. Oh no, never mind. For some reason, I thought there was only five players that would be in the box. I thought there was 6 DBs for a second. That scared me.
Jesuits are going to have to try some new things here with John Morris out, but so far it's been working well for them on defense. They've given up a few first downs, but haven't given up any points. O'Keefe with Cherry in the backfield. Takes the snap, drops back. There's a flag immediately. This one's going to be against the Jesuits. I think it's going to be a defensive holding. Buck on Saunders, I believe.
The Jesuits have been a little careless with the penalties so far. They just got to tighten up. You just can't give 5 yards out for free.
Yeah, that was a neutral zone infraction there by Jack Buck. Not a play you see often from a corner, but again, they just got to tidy up. You can't be giving out any gifts here. A 1st and 5 is a lot better than a 1st and 10. O'Keefe will just hand this one off now to Cherry, who will be met immediately by Shaney. Jordan Lewis in there as well. I mean, Jordan Lewis just involved in every play.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that play call from Danbury. Maybe they're thinking now is when you go for the deep shot, but I think you go for the deep shot right then and there. Why not? I mean, you've already beaten Buck once. He's gotten a neutral zone infraction. Maybe he's a little skittish right now. He's been playing great all year, but I don't know. You have your best receiver down against him. You got a good matchup, or at least they think so.
O'Keefe up the middle to no one there. He was looking for number 44. Finn Klein, his favorite tight end target. First team all FCIAC, Finn Klein. But he just overthrew him a tad. Sam Barrett not there for the interception. Sam Barrett has 4 interceptions on the year, but he was a little far away from that one. And now a big 3rd and 4 here from this Hatters offense. O'Keefe hands off. O'Keefe pressured immediately. O'Keefe makes a move and he'll get to the outside. He is not going to get the first down. I believe he'll be short. Sam Barrett stepped up and made the hit. O'Keefe did a great job avoiding pressure.
I don't know quite if that was Barrett making the hit or getting hit. That was a shot. Look at that. Look at that fake.
Matthew Mudry.
Oh, that was Mudry. Oh, the poor guy.
Matthew Mudry just got absolutely sauced by the fake throw from O'Keefe. And now it's going to set up a 4th and short for Danbury.
Yeah, he's going to be kicking himself about that one. He's in 1 or 2 of my classes.
Yeah, Mudry steps in. He's going to have to play a big role tonight for John Morris. But right there, he just jumped a little too early on that one. I saw he had good intentions, maybe block a pass, but
I think he just got subbed out.
O'Keefe ran right around him. So now Danbury, I think, is going to elect to go for it, down 7 early in the 2nd quarter with 4th and 2 to go. I would be surprised if they go for it. If it was 4th and 1, I could maybe see it, but you got 4th and 2. You got a lot of yards to gain. A running play isn't necessarily going to guarantee a first.
Yeah, I don't like this. Flat out, I just don't like it.
Might be trying to draw him off sides.
Actually, never mind. I do like this then. I do like that.
O'Keefe is back, so it's not going to be a tush-push kind of play.
There seems to be a bit of confusion on the prep side. DBs don't really know what's going on.
Jesuits with everyone crowded in the box here, maybe expecting a run. Danbury with around 8 guys up front. Oh, Prep almost jumped.
They didn't even go for a hard count.
And yeah, they're gonna take a timeout and punt this one away.
That'll be their second timeout.
I didn't know you were allowed to take timeouts back to back, but
Yeah, I didn't think so either, actually.
I think that's an NFL rule. I think in high school it must be different here.
Yeah, completely. I remember that from my my Madden 16 days, trying to double ice the kicker.
So Danbury will now send out. I would be shocked if they're not. I don't think they're sending out their punting unit. I think they're going to go for this again.
No way.
I don't know if they're going to burn all 3 timeouts, if they're actually going to go for it.
Just take the delay game at that point.
Maybe that was genuine confusion on the last offensive play, and they didn't mean to try and draw them off sides.
They confused themselves.
So O'Keefe back with Cherry. He sends Cherry out to his left.
Simulated pressure.
O'Keefe actually takes the snap. He's going to run to the outside. O'Keefe with room. O'Keefe with a lot of space. Brody Sommers will force him out of bounds after O'Keefe goes for 20 on a 4th and 2. And that just a breakdown in the Jesuits defense you don't want to see happen.
Yeah, O'Keefe is a tough player to find online. Not a lot of film on them. So part of me is wondering if this was just tough for Prep to prepare for.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of hindsight bias, but I was thinking, I think a quarterback run to the outside with an option to pass would have been the best play there. That's what they did, and O'Keefe goes for 30. So they hand this one off to Klein on the jet sweep. I apologize, that's Ray's.
I think that's a hold, too.
So this one will be going back.
Yeah, that was not exactly sure, actually. I think that was a hold.
Yeah, that's going to be against the Hatters. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So they're going to have 1st and 20. Way behind the sticks here for the Hatters, but they've had some big plays in this game that have gone for over 20. They have confidence in their offense. Keefe looks up, looks downfield. He's got Saunders. He's going to overthrow him by a few yards, but there is a flag.
I hope that's not pass interference.
That does look like it's going to be pass interference. The issue is, was that an uncatchable ball?
I don't even think it was pass interference regardless, even if it was catchable.
I think the original signal was a push or a pass interference on the Prep defense. Yeah, it is going to be pass interference against the Jesuits.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I'm probably not, but I don't know if I agree with that call.
Officials have done a good job so far, but this one is, I just think that ball missed him by 5 yards. That's my only gripe with the call. There was definitely a lot of contact. Maybe O'Keefe threw it that way, seeing the pass interference. That would have been a smart play by him.
As it will now be 1st and 5. O'Keefe in shotgun. Handing it off.
Cherry brought down by Jordan Lewis. Never mind. It was a fake to Cherry.
Whoa,
Jordan
what an
Lewis.
option.
I mean, that fooled the best of us right there. Jordan Lewis comes flying around the corner, tackles Cherry, and Cherry doesn't even have the football. And that's going to be a 1st down.
What's going on? What's going on?
I completely believe Cherry had the football there.
So there's a wizard here.
This size on this offensive line.
Yeah, cameraman fooled too.
Size on this offensive line is making an impact here earlier in this game. You know, setting up those plays, those misdirection plays. over the hands of Rays. The pass from O'Keefe. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get another look at that misdirection. Oh my gosh.
I mean, he just went vaulting off the right side of the screen. I thought that was a tackle for loss by Jordan Lewis.
They're overloading the bottom of your screen.
Saunders on the screen pass. And Saunders makes a move. Saunders going to take it to the house on the screen pass. And Danbury put 6 on the board as Saunders weaves his way into the end zone.
Yeah, and this is really how Danbury can get their groove on, do some running plays, misdirection, throw some screens. I think next drive they're really going to look to take the top off the defense. All he's got to do is make a few guys miss, and then he's in the end zone. I mean, textbook.
Saunders takes the screen pass to the house. And Danbury has tied this game. So the Jesuits, with a few penalty mishaps there, giving Danbury too many free chances. Remember, back on this drive, Danbury had a 4th and 2, and O'Keefe took it for 30. And then right there, Saunders making plays to get into the end zone and tie this game up.
Yeah, and if I'm prepped, I'm feeling the pressure now. There's some serious momentum issues now, and you can see the players now. You gotta strike back now. Have to. That was a dominant drive from Danbury. Dominant.
It really was. Prep this year, in my opinion, has been a bit of a second-half team. They go in the locker room tied 14-all against Jonathan Law, come out, win the game 35-14.
I agree.
There's many other examples of that, of them just like waking up in the second half. But I mean, it's the playoffs. Like, you gotta be juiced up. You gotta be ready to go early. And that drive, Danbury just, I mean, a lot of mishaps by this Jesuit defense. James will bring this one back. He has a kick return touchdown on the season. This will not be another one, but he will fight his way to the 30.
Well, part of me wonders if the second half nature is just due to depth. Just having so much more depth. It's like the Georgia Bulldogs. You just gotta have it early, and you can't let quarterbacks get out of the pocket without getting hit. Simple as that.
So Manning brings his team back on the field. They had a short field last time. We're able to capitalize on it. This time, they face 70 yards ahead of them. Callahan's still not out there. Manning looks to Newton on the sideline, and Newton gets brought down immediately. Saunders, after the touchdown, comes up with a huge tackle for loss on the screen pass. He is having a phenomenal game.
Yeah, that's a big man, too, that he had to tackle. Dakota Newton, I think he's 6'3", 200-something pounds. That's a big dude. Great tackle.
Newton's been fighting injury this whole year, but he's here. He's healthy. He wants to make a big impact on this game. And now Manning faces a 2nd and 12. Manning takes a snap, drops back, jumps it off to Lombardo. Lombardo with grass ahead of him. Lombardo goes for the first down, barreling his way for 5 extra yards after that. That's a great play there by Lombardo. Manning able to get it to him, put the ball in your playmaker's hands, and good things happen. And Lombardo will take that for a first down.
I really like this matchup on the outside here, Langston.
They're going to hand this one off up the middle. Lombardo again will go for 7. But yeah, that is a matchup we got to keep our eye on. Nice 6-yard run from Lombardo. Sets up a 2nd and 4. Manning with time. Finds Langston. This is Langston's first reception of the game. Langston with room. Langston cuts to the outside. Langston's going to go all the way. Oh, Saunders with a great play to bring him down on the goal line. Langston almost had a house call on a little slant route, looking like Michael Thomas out there. But Saunders able to bring him down at the 2-yard line.
Look at this track speed. Oh my goodness. It's like he's just floating on the way to the end zone. Saunders, to his credit, caught up to him after falling down, but that track speed is something else.
So Callahan will make his first appearance here. You have 2 running backs in the backfield. You had Callahan and Lombardo before the Jesuits called the timeout. I really thought Langston was going to go all the way with that one, as you heard. Saunders able to bring him down. What a play by him to recover, but Langston catches it, just makes a little cut to the inside. And then he goes on the outside there. Just has one man to beat. Saunders keeping pace with him.
Yeah, I'm just going to... You actually replay that again? That was really impressive. I mean, if we could get a replay on that again, actually, there was a... Scout Callahan, I saw, was actually moving faster. Like, did you see that? Scout Callahan looks like a good 2-3 miles an hour faster somehow.
Yeah, Scout Callahan lines up here. This is Prep's signature I formation. They've run this a lot this year. You got all the alignment up front, Jack Watson, Manny Juco, and then you have the 2 running backs in the backfield. First and goal from the 2. It's going to be handoff to Callahan, and he will get stuffed. A lot of Hatters were right there to meet him. Kalari was one of the prominent ones.
Yeah, let's look here. He jukes a man. And then look at how fast Scout Callahan's moving over there to get that block. You love that type of hustle.
Yeah, that's the hustle you love to see. Those blocks, you know, they might not always show up on the stat sheet, but they are very important. Manning hands this one to Lombardo. Lombardo will get his 2nd touchdown of the game. Making moves on the outside and powering his way into the end zone to tack on another touchdown for the Jesuits.
Yeah, he's been absolutely unstoppable from the goal line. I haven't seen him gotten stopped really ever. He's been playing his butt off all year. And honestly, he's more than just a goal line back. He can do it all. Receive, goal line, juke in space, stiff arm your head to the ground. It's just an all-around great running back to have.
Yeah, he's one of those rare backs that has speed and size. Cornelius stays perfect on extra points. Jesuits go up 14-7 with 6 minutes left in the 2nd. And a great drive there, highlighted by a big play from Langston. And then Lombardo cleans up those leftovers to get his 2nd score of the game.
Can I just highlight how great that camera angle was? That was fantastic. Well done, whoever that was. Is that Pete?
A nice little end zone view.
The progressive pylon cam.
Progressive, if you want to sponsor
Oh, yeah, we got you.
a pylon cam, let us know.
We got you guys. We love honestly, don't even have to pay us much. Just put a pylon cam there, please.
So the Jesuits with a 14-7 lead in this Class LL quarterfinal. Cornelius will kick it off back to the Hatters.
And today he's already looked better than All-Pro Youngwei Koo.
Well, I mean, All-Pro's a bit of a stretch after what we saw him do on Monday Night Football.
Former
All-Pro. Former is a very important word there. Looking like Charlie Brown in Gillette Stadium. But the Hatters will take over from the 20. After Cornelius kicks yet another touchback. Getting another look at this Lombardo touchdown.
Yeah, it's almost too easy. It looks like he's out there playing with little kids.
Yeah, the little nonchalant celebration. On a cold night, sometimes you just sometimes you shy away from tackling, especially when you got a guy like Lombardo running at you.
Yeah, I don't want to tackle that guy.
Yeah, that would sting. So he's able to fight his way into the end zone. Second score of the game. Jesuits defense looking to come up big here. This one's handed off to Cherry, who looks for room on the outside. He will make his way back to the line of scrimmage after what seemed like a busted play. Good for him there.
That's a good point about how you really just don't want to tackle when it's this cold. My feet are numb already. I don't know about yours, but my feet are numb already. I'm shivering. I have 3 jackets on now. I'm still cold.
My feet aren't numb yet, but they are certainly getting there.
Yeah, I need to wear something better than Hey Dudes next time. I might have taken Mr. Pellegrino's shoes.
O'Keefe with Cherry in the backfield. Looks downfield, nothing there. He's going to have to use his legs, but he will be brought. No, O'Keefe stays on his feet. And he throws it away out of bounds. What a play by him to somehow stay on his feet after he was pressured by, I believe that was James Burgess up the middle, and then Jordan Lewis on the back half of that play.
This kid's going places. He jukes a man out, sheds another one, and then stiff arms Jordan Lewis into the ground and throws it directly over another player flying in there. He's going places. He's gonna go somewhere. I'm telling you. Calling it now. Probably Prov.
All roads. All right, O'Keefe with a 3rd and 10 in front of him. He takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. O'Keefe cuts back inside. He's got space for his legs. He's going to pass it off to Klein, the tight end, and Klein will fight for the first down.
Again, he's just a great improviser, throwing it to the flat after forcing the whole defense one way. Could have been a better throw, but it was on the run. I'm not going to ding him for that. Let's see this again.
This play's designed to roll out to the right. He cuts back right there.
Look at that pancake, too. Ryan Murray got pancaked on that one.
O'Keefe this time to Saunders on the outside. Another screen pass from him. Can he create some action here? He'll be forced out of bounds after a 5-yard gain. Sam Barrett forced him out of bounds.
Yeah, Saunders has been kind of the unsung hero for this Danbury team. He got that screen pass last drive to get the first touchdown in over 22 years for Danbury. It might have been even more than that if they got shut out, but absolutely, he's been all over the field. How about I just say that? He's been all over the field, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do next.
O'Keefe takes the snap, looks downfield. He has an open man,
wide
and he
open.
Hits him. That's Kalari downfield, and that's a huge gain. And we see O'Keefe's arm moving here as he hits Kalari in stride.
That's got to be busted coverage. He was right in between the gap like it's baseball.
Yeah, so the Hatters are missing their all-FCIAC selection wide receiver, Nazir Schaffner-Obas, but these other wide receivers have stepped up, whether it be Saunders or Kalari, making big plays all over the field. And the Hatters are back in the red zone.
Yeah, they're also without their D1 commit, Brandon Essen. He committed to Maine recently. He's on the D-line, but Danbury's come to play.
Yeah, Danbury's hungry. They want this win. They want to make an impact. Earlier in the season, quarterback O'Keefe said in an interview after the win over Norwalk, they want to win for the city of Danbury, and, they're showing it tonight.
Yeah, the coach said the same thing. It's all about the city of Danbury, getting that town a win. And it's unfortunate there's an injury now, but this team's playing their heart out. I know they're down, but they're playing their heart out.
They're down, but they're in a good position to tie this game. They have a 2nd and 8 inside the 15-yard line.
And they get the ball to start the second half as well. I think you want me to draw it. All right, I got you. It was an injury. Nah. can do one on whenever. I think it's better when it's a pass. All right, cool.
Jesuits defense going to retake the field. Danbury player is walking off. That's Catlin who was injured. Hopefully he's okay. So a 2nd and 8 for this Hatters offense, which has been, there's been a little struggle here and there, but they've hit the big play when they've needed to. And so far, it's been all O'Keefe and his receivers getting the work done.
Yeah, they have a very thin offensive line in terms of depth, so it's going to be really tough for them without that key contributor on the O-line.
O'Keefe takes the snap here. He'll look to Saunders again on the screen, and the Jesuits were not getting fooled this time. Newkirk meets him immediately.
Yeah, I think that was the exact same play that they got busted for on a touchdown. I think Coach Justin Thomas,
defensive coordinator for the Jesuit, he was not letting it happen again.
Yeah, he's not letting that happen again. Now, if I'm Danbury now, I look up, and it's 3rd and 9. It's just not where you want to be. And if anything, I'm expecting a slant. And I'm just telling my quarterback, do what you do best, improvise.
O'Keefe drops back. He will pass it. He looks for Saunders. Did he get the feed in? I believe he did. What a catch by Saunders. Toe tapping the sideline. That will be a 1st down, not a touchdown.
Yeah, Saunders has been all over the field. O'Keefe and him have been playing fantastic ball.
I mean, I think that was a catch on Sunday. I think he got both feet in there. And now the Jesuits, I mean, Danbury's moving these chains efficiently ever since their first few drives.
Yeah, and I'm thinking if I'm Danbury, I think I want to run the ball here. Give Prep as little time as possible to get to score right after this. I know they still have 3 minutes on the clock right now, but 2 or 3 runs, you can get it down to 1.5 minutes easy.
And Cherry will look to go up the middle. Tavares Newkirk says not right now as he makes the stop. He's having a big game, Newkirk. He's got a couple tackles for loss, the blocked punt, which set up the first Jesuit touchdown. He's really stepped up in the loss of Morris.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think he is the Mike for today. I'm not exactly sure. It's either him or Mudry. We'll see. We'll see how they go, but interesting formation choice.
They have 2 running backs in the backfield. This one's going to go to Cherry. No, this is Klein, the tight end, who got the ball. And he's going to go nowhere. And now they have a 3rd and about 4. Probably not a running down for them.
I actually wouldn't mind a run here. I think you go for a run, and if you get it all the way down to the 1, you go for it. Because you pin them back at the 1, 2 minutes left, they're not flipping the field. That's not happening. I think you go for it here.
I do like that idea, that strategy, knowing that even if you get stopped, the Jesuits are going to have to travel 99 yards or maybe 97 yards.
96 or 7. Yeah.
Somewhere around there. So O'Keefe with Cherry in the backfield this time. He's going to hand it off to Cherry. It will be a run. Cherry will not get there.
I think he got some yardage, though.
And it's going to be a 4th and goal, and the Hatters with a decision to make, and it looks like they're bringing out the field goal unit.
Yeah, I think they only got to the 2 or 3 yard line. That's not enough. It'll be another injury. The cold weather tightens the muscles up.
Yeah, that's Cherry, the running back, going down with a cramp. Hopefully he's okay. So the Hatters did bring out Ceballos to kick. I wonder if they're going to stick with that decision.
why they're wet. They feel wet. Like, I've never felt that. It's the worst ever. I ran a Spartan race with, like, running in, you know the Spartan, you know what I'm talking about, Spartan race? I ran through a river in, like, 40 degrees. Feet soaked, it wasn't this bad. If they feel soaked, like.
It's freezing. What would you do here if you're the Hatters? They have their kicker out there, but it looks like O'Keefe is still in the huddle as well. Are you going for this?
I'm going for it. I mean, we were just talking about it with our mics muted, but my feet are frozen. They might get some frostbite. If I'm a kicker, I do not want to kick that ball. I do not want to kick that ball. Give it to your running back. Give it to your running back. Give it to Cherry. I'd carry him into the end zone. No one can stop me. I don't want to kick that ball, that frozen ball.
I mean, the cold is one of the aspects that you can't forget about in tonight's game. And, yeah, I mean, not like the ball's rock hard, feet are cold. We're still in an official's timeout here.
Yeah, well, hope he's all right.
Caballos is warming up his kicks right there, you know, getting his stance ready.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, see, without the ball. Exactly.
So if I had to take a guess, I think they're gonna be kicking this one. I think the Jesuits would be fine with that.
I'd elbow that ball in instead of kicking it. That's how cold it is. I'm gonna check the weather actually. Let me check that.
I'm gonna guess 31.
31? No, it's got to be colder than that.
Ooh, 33.
The weather app lies. It's not 33
feels
degrees.
like?
Feels like has to be way lower. They lie. 29. There's no way it's only two.
I think there's got to be wind chill or something.
No, there's got to be wind chill or something. I think.
Feels like 29. I would say it feels a little bit colder than that.
Yeah,
So
I think we might need to protest that weather app.
I think they're bringing their offense on the field with a fourth and goal from the 2.
I wouldn't mind trying to get this team to jump.
They do have one timeout left. They burnt 2 earlier. One was trying to get the Jesuits to jump. The other, I think, was just some miscommunication.
No, but I wouldn't even mind getting the delay game just to give your field goal kicker a bit more space because I think they're close to the hash marks. You kind of want to give your kicker a bit better of an angle. So delay a game wouldn't even be the end of the world here.
Jesuits take their second timeout of the half. That clock was running down. Oh, no, Danbury takes their last timeout. Correction.
Yeah, I guess they think that delay game, it's 5 yards, are going to be a big deal for their kicker. I don't know about that call, but to each their own.
So the Jesuits' defense is still out there, I think. Danbury's bringing out their field goal unit. They're warming up their kicker. Danbury's going to look to bring this within 4 as they do get the ball in the second half. And Prep would only have about 55 seconds left if they do hit this extra point. I think this is smart from them. Knock 3 points through the goal line and get the ball, or knock 3 points to the goalpost and get the ball to start the second half to try and take a lead.
And if you're Prep, that's a nightmare scenario.
And it is good, so it's going to be a 14-10 game. Danbury opts for the field goal. They connect on it. And the Jesuits will get the ball here with under a minute to go, looking for at least a field goal.
Yeah, your whole playbook's wide open now. You have a minute. I think you can still run the ball if you really wanted to because you're going to get a favorable look. I think you just hand it off to Vinny Lombardo, see where that gets you, and then based on that, you can decide on if you want to throw a deep ball to Langston or Newton. They both have track speed. I think they're on the same 4x1 team.
Yeah, they made it all the way to nationals on the 4x1 last year for indoor track. That was a good team. Langston and Newton, obviously important pieces of that. They got some speed.
Yeah. Kyler Robinson as well. Wow, that's a lot of wide receivers.
Yeah, he had a great year last year for the Jesuits.
Loved his end of the year outfit, the suit.
So Danbury will kick it off to the Jesuits. James will take it from the 10. James makes a move up the middle. He'll be brought down before he can get far, but he does get his way up to the 30. He was brought down by Gustavo Pontes.
Yeah, and he's been getting a significant yardage every single time he catches that ball. Even when he drops that ball, he still gets significant yardage. He's been a great return man.
Yeah, he's got a return touchdown on the season in the first half 2 weeks ago against Jonathan Law. That was a great touchdown from him. And so now the Jesuits with 2 timeouts. They do have 2. And 51 seconds left to try and get at least, I'll say, 50 yards to get a field goal.
I'm thinking Dakota Newton. This plays for Dakota Newton.
Manning looked that way. There wasn't anything there, so he'll move. You'll find Langston. Langston makes a move, cuts back inside. You'll get the first down. Langston dropped his defender, but couldn't get much further.
Yeah, they kind of showed their hand there. Dakota Newton kind of showed his hand, basically asking what his route was. He was the primary receiver.
And this one, Manning's going to use his feet again. He gets hit late after he throws. That was a late hit there by number 5, Reynoso. I mean, it wasn't that late, but if I'm a Jesuit player, I don't like that. So Manning making some plays with his feet there. That one didn't connect.
And I believe it was number 5 who, right there.
We don't get a good view of it, but the ball was out of his hands when he was hit.
God damn it, dude. You do it right as I'm about to draw.
Manning finds Newton on the run for another first down.
Bro, I couldn't see the number. I couldn't see the number. I couldn't see the number. That's not even my fault. Bro, all right. I couldn't see the number, bro.
So timeout Jesuits here. They got 21 seconds left. They're at Danbury's 47. They still have 1 timeout remaining. They need to get this ball for a field goal. Ben Cornelius kicking. It is a little cold out. Probably down to Danbury's 30-yard line.
I don't know. He's got a strong leg, though. He could probably kick it all the way to Lehigh.
Probably not wrong, as we've seen. I mean, he gets touchbacks automatically every time.
I'm liking that slot receiver there.
Manning rolls to the right. Manning looks for Langston. Langston gets out of bounds. And yeah, that's going to be a catch and another first down for the Jesuits. As Langston doing the smart play, getting his feet in, then getting out of bounds quickly to stop the clock.
Yeah, and his speed's such a threat, too. You see this a lot with players like Tyreek Hill, where their speed is almost just as powerful as the threat of their speed, and they can just cut back with ease.
So Manning, nowhere to go. Manning fumbled the football unless it was a throwing motion. I think they're saying it's going to be an incomplete pass. Manning tried to move up in the pocket, and he was hit.
Yeah, now you're in a precarious situation where you don't want to do anything too difficult, too risky, and throw it deep, but if you could just get another one to Langston, quick hook route, and then call a quick timeout. If they I'm not sure if they have any left though. You'd have to get out of bounds.
Manning fires, and there will be a flag for pass interference.
That's exactly what they went for. They went for the exact same comeback route. DB knew it was coming but couldn't get his feet set.
That's against Cha-Cha, the pass interference, number 13.
Cha-Cha.
Kacha, maybe.
Oh, Kacha. Oh, sorry.
Is pass interference a spot foul in high school football, or is it just a...
No, I think it's 15 yards.
15 yards?
15 yards. Just like college football, I think it's a 15-yarder, and this should make it a lot more manageable for Cornelius.
Yeah, so Cornelius' long on the season is 41 yards.
Oh, and this will be well within that. Or not well within, actually.
This is going to be a 40-yard kick on the dot. No, it's going to be about 38. He's hit one this long before, but it has not been this cold out. Jesuits trying to get back what they gave up.
This is a tough kick.
This is certainly a tough kick. Luckily, the wind is not as much of a factor as it has been in prior games, but the temperature makes this difficult. Danbury takes their final timeout to try and ice Cornelius.
That's a tough kick.
They might be literally icing Cornelius in this weather, not just figuratively.
I'm getting iced. I need some hand warmers.
Cornelius is 5 for 9 on field goals this season, but don't be fooled. The ones he's missed have been in like 30-mile-an-hour winds, so he's as sure as it gets when they're within his range. This one is going to be right on the edge of that. He's hit one this far before. It was earlier in the season. It was warmer out. This is not an easy kick. Danbury's sideline is getting loud.
This will be to extend the lead to 7 points and forcing Danbury to get a touchdown and tie it up when they get the ball back. Cornelius from the right hash. Snap good. Kick good.
Kick is good from 38 in the cold. Ben Cornelius showing why he's committed to Lehigh right there to get the Jesuits back up 7. Special teams has been a highlight of this half for the Jesuits.
And you know, if you're Danbury, I'm not upset about that half. They've really gotten some momentum, and I know Prep got some of it back. But Danbury is really within striking distance, and they can really compete here. I can fully see them leaning on Prep, using that run game, QB option, using everything to just open up the field. And if you're Prep, I mean, I'm going to ask you, what do you think Prep should do in the second half?
Yeah, so Danbury gets the ball to start. I think the Jesuits really want to ensure on keeping O'Keefe contained. The biggest plays he's made so far with his legs. I think that's going to be a talking point in the locker room. And the Jesuits come out firing in the second half a lot. They need to do that here. 17-10 is not a big lead. Danbury playing a great game so far. We'll be back with you after these ads.
From half court.
Jumping for joy with
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh,
Did he bring it in? He did!
It is caught!
What does it mean to graduate from Fairfield Prep? It's hard to put into words because there's truly nothing like it. Maybe it's the moment walking down the aisle to receive your diploma, or the sea of red and white tuxedos all around you, or that firm handshake from President Cashman. Those are unforgettable moments, but they're not what defines it. What truly sets this experience apart happens after graduation, when you're outside celebrating with the people who were once just your classmates. I say once because they're not just classmates anymore. They have become family, your brothers. Over 4 years, through every high and low, every challenge and victory, these are the people who stood beside you. Now, you're no longer students. You're a family. What might be bittersweet goodbyes at other schools becomes something different here. A celebration. Laughter, pride, and a deep sense of connection fill the air as you take one more picture, one more memory together. As we prepare to step into the next chapter of our lives, we carry that brotherhood with us, forever shaped by our time at Prep. And as all Prep men do, we may laugh, we may cry, but we never say die.
Before I come to officiate your game, I'm busy at work.
Before I was a high school official, I was a young athlete myself.
Before I heard you yelling at me from the stands, I was a parent on the sideline cheering for my own kids.
And before each season and before each game, like you, I'm prepared and I'm excited.
Remember,
We're a lot
Like you.
For generations, we've shaped young men into leaders, thinkers, and compassionate individuals. But to maintain our tradition of excellence, we must evolve and grow.
In the Ignatian tradition, I begin my day with gratitude. Gratitude for you, our generous supporters and benefactors who have been critical to our success. Now, we invite you to build an even brighter future.
Our campaign focuses on 3 essential pillars that will propel Fairfield Prep into the future.
By expanding our financial aid program, we'll ensure that a Fairfield Prep education is accessible to deserving students from all backgrounds.
It's critical that we continue to expand scholarship opportunities for students whose families can't afford full tuition and allow them to be part of the prep experience, because in fact, they make the prep experience.
Fairfield Prep is a very special place, but what makes it special is the people here.
I know so many people here who are great athletes and then they turn around and go play with the band or write a short story for a creative writing contest.
Whether you like athletics or engineering or art, there's so much to do after school.
Our commitment to excellence means providing our faculty with cutting-edge professional development opportunities, empowering them to inspire and challenge our students.
By supporting our educators to always pursue learning, we're producing great teachers in the classroom, but also great role models for our students.
The faculty here at Fairfield Prep are invited to learn more about the traditions that we are upholding in the classroom, and one of the ways that we do that is through the Jesuit Educators Academy.
The Jesuit Educators Academy is a 5-year program in which teachers who are new to prep learn about the mission and core values of Ignatian spirituality.
If we do not train faculty, we don't produce the type of students who can go out and set the world afire.
We're enhancing our campus with state-of-the-art facilities, with a center for arts and recreation, and expanding our academic support services to nurture every student's potential.
We use a scaffolding approach to provide resources to ensure academic success for our students.
As an athlete and a musician, it's great to have new facilities that really enhance what Prep is all about.
I've had to learn and grow into being a well-rounded person. Here at Prep, we call it cura personalis, or care of the whole person.
Our world needs leaders of conscience, compassion,
competence, and commitment.
Shaped by a Jesuit Catholic education.
All of this is a fabric woven together that becomes the graduate at graduation.
What is a grad at grad?
Open to growth.
Intellectually competent.
Religious.
Loving.
Committed to doing justice. These are the hallmarks of a Fairfield Prep graduate. Ignatius said he could find God in all things. Our education is about finding God in each other and in the world around us.
We need your help to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world.
Together, let's shape the future of our school, forming leaders who support the values of Fairfield Prep. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Go forth.
It's the first time playing Danbury for Prep since the 1940s. What's it like preparing for a team that you've never even played before?
I think it's like most of the other opponents that we have. You know, we get game tape on the opponents. We're able to go through and kind of see what they do, you know, their tendencies, what they really try to hang their hat on, and you just try to prepare for that stuff. I think at the end of the day, one of the things Coach Helstern always talks about is, you know, who you are is who you are. Right? We have an identity, they have an identity. We just need to find a way to kind of make what we do work best against what they struggle to defend. All right? So it's always a challenge, but it's always cool also to see a team that you've never seen before and kind of, you know, in future opportunities, you know, we play them again, we'll have that in our back pocket.
What do you want to see out of your team today?
That's a good question. I want to see us come out and play fast, be physical. Really enjoy the moment. I told the guys in pregame warm-up just to kind of take a chance to look up at the bottom squad, you know, look out at the stands and kind of see the environment because it's awesome. We earned, you know, the right to have a home game today. So you want to see them enjoy that, seize that opportunity, and just, you know, play really, really hard from the get-go. You know, playoff games, things start to move quickly, so you don't want to wait too long and let those opportunities kind of dry up.
All right, thank you, Coach. First time in 22 years for Danbury to be in the playoff. What's this opportunity like?
I mean, we're excited and blessed to be here. Obviously, it's been a great journey to get here and great for our city to finally snap that drought and be here after 22 years. But, you know, as a team, you know, we feel like we belong here. We've worked hard to get to this point, and we're not just happy to be here. We come here with the intention to compete and win.
Of course, of course. What's it going to take to get the win tonight?
We're going to have to really play at a high level in all three phases of the game, minimize the mistakes, and you know, just execute at a high level. When we're at our best, you know, we're limiting the mistakes. We're playing fast and free and aggressive, our brand of football, and that's what we got to do tonight to get the win.
All right, thank you, Coach.
One second from half court.
Jumping for joy with
first ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh,
did he bring it in? He did.
It is
caught.
What does it mean to graduate from Fairfield Prep? It's hard to put into words, because there's truly nothing like it. Maybe it's the moment walking down the aisle to receive your diploma, or the sea of red and white tuxedos all around you, or that firm handshake from President Cashman. Those are unforgettable moments, but they're not what defines it. What truly sets this experience apart happens after graduation, when you're outside celebrating with the people who were once just your classmates. I say once because they're not just classmates anymore. They have become family, your brothers. Over 4 years, through every high and low, every challenge and victory, these are the people who stood beside you. Now, you're no longer students. You're a family. What might be bittersweet goodbyes at other schools becomes something different here. A celebration. Laughter, pride, and a deep sense of connection fill the air as you take one more picture, one more memory together. As we prepare to step into the next chapter of our lives, we carry that brotherhood with us, forever shaped by our time at Prep. And as all Prep men do, we may laugh, we may cry, but we never say die.
Before I heard you yelling at me from the stands, I was a parent on the
Welcome back to the second half of the CIAC Class LL quarterfinal. It was a great first half. The Jesuits left after the 38-yard field goal by Ben Cornelius with a 17-10 lead. Danbury gets the ball here to start the second half, which is coming up in about a minute and a half. What do you want to see from Danbury's offense?
Really what I want to see from them is just really get the run game going. They've really had to rely on some missteps from the Prep defense, really missing holes, not really containing well. And I think just if they can establish some inside runs and really move it down the middle, then they can really open up the rest of their game plan.
Yeah, so far Danbury's kind of lived on the big play. O'Keefe using his feet to go for at least 20 yards a couple times, and also using his arm as he hit Kalari down on the big gain that set him up for the field goal. And this Jesuit defense so far, like you said, they've been a little bit sloppy. They haven't played perfect, but they've played good enough.
Exactly. And really, that's just a reason why the Prep team as a whole is just so versatile. They can win a game by 50-0, but they can come around and win it 10-0 if they really needed to.
As we see there, one of the highlights of the first half, the block punt by Tavares Newkirk. That set up the Jesuits in the red zone, and Robbie Manning and Vinny Lombardo, I would say, was the star player that first half. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. You see one there, leaping over the Danbury defender. He's had a great half. Jesuits' run game, not so much, but it's been very efficient in the red zone. Manning doing a lot with his feet as well. What do you want to see out of this Jesuits offense? What players do you want to see to make a big impact here?
I want to see some impact from Dakota Newton. He's been a bit quiet all game, and maybe not in between the 20s, but in that red zone, I need him to thrive. I need him to be the big target that they really need. There's not a lot of tight end action from this offense. You really need Dakota Newton to be that big receiver, to just absolutely moss somebody, catch it over someone's head, and make someone look absolutely stupid. So I think you need some more Dakota Newton and some J.J. Langston to get yourself into the red zone, or maybe just some more Vinny Lombardo.
Yeah, we're watching the highlight of J.J. Langston catching that screen pass and going for 50 there. It hasn't happened yet, but it's almost inevitable in these games. The Robbie Manning, J.J. Langston, 50-yard connection on a deep pass. Do you predict that to happen here in the second half?
It's tough. I think they might not scheme for it, though. I think they might play a bit more conservative. If they go for it, if they actively decide to go for it, then I think it's going to be an easy connection for them at some point in this game, because no one can really keep up with Langston for a full game. But they've done a solid job of containing him deep, but that might just be because they haven't really gone for the deep ball with him besides the first drive.
Yeah, Saunders, number 3, who has been guarding Langston all game, he's played a pretty good game. Even though he kind of got lost on that one play, he was able to bring Langston down before he scored. He's made a couple pass deflections against Langston, and let's not forget his 30-yard screen pass touchdown. That really set the Hatters up.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get a hat trick of touchdowns this quarter to win the game, as we'll be seeing the bracket of the rest of the team so far.
I'm excited to see this. Wow, maybe an upset brewing on the top of the bracket. Number 8, New Farms Academy, or NFA, Norwich Free Academy, holding a 7-0 lead against New Britain. New Britain's a good team. Jesuits beat them early in the year. I don't think this game is over yet, but that is a close one. Sulington and Glastonbury is going to go down to the wire. Obviously, here's a tight game. Staples has some work to do.
Yeah, Greenwich is up 14-0. There was a lot of people talking about how Greenwich might have their work cut out for them, but I guess the first half of the season, Greenwich came back to play.
Yeah, as we saw in the first game, Greenwich is a good team. Prep opened up their season against them. They lost a tough one. I think for the Jesuits, getting a higher seed than Greenwich will be important if Greenwich and the Jesuits go on to win.
Yeah, we'll see if Cornelius can go pro here.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. Shout out Dylan Russo.
Cornelius looking to put this one through the end zone. And he will. Saunders lets it go. Danbury will take over from the 20.
Now, first play for Danbury. What do you want to run? You're coach right now.
I will say Cherry, number 24, he has not necessarily broken a big one yet. I would like to see a little handoff. Get Cherry going. He's a big part of this offense. He's had some big games this year. And Cherry's not even in the – no, he is in the backfield. Sorry. He's right behind O'Keefe right now. That's what I want to see. It's Saunders, actually. That's the running back. Saunders will go for 2. He'll dive for 2 there.
Yeah, he's been everywhere, and I've heard recently this is his best game of the season by far.
Yeah, he stepped up in the absence of their all CIAC receiver who was out with injury prior to the game.
Yeah, he must be primarily a defensive back, and he's just recently playing as the X receiver and running back now, I suppose.
He's done a phenomenal job in this game, really. I mean, he kind of set the tone with that screen touchdown. Jesuits looking to get a quick 3-and-out, get some momentum. Danbury with the 2nd and 8 in front of him. O'Keefe drops back, looks to the sideline, and that's incomplete. He was looking for Kalari. Tight coverage there from Sam Barrett. Jack Buck.
Yeah, we're going to get a replay on that. I'm not exactly sure about the ball placement there. I'm trying to see.
Might have been a little bit too close to that sideline.
All right, maybe we'll get it next time.
O'Keefe and the Hatters with a 3rd and 8 facing them. O'Keefe finds one over the middle, almost intercepted.
Yeah, that was almost picked 2 or 3 times. And what's crazy is it was still in the window.
Yeah, Sam Barrett had his hands on it. The intended target was Klein. Sam Barrett with 4 interceptions on the year, looking to make that one his 5th. So, Caballos out here to punt for the hat tricks. The last time they punted from this spot, Tavares Newkirk was able to block one. This time he gets it off, but it is straight up in the air and not very far. This is going to give the Jesuits excellent field position. And it just seems game after game, the Jesuits win the field position battle, and the special teams battle. And they've been really successful in that this season. They continue at this game, and it's led to a huge impact.
Yeah, and part of me is just thinking, is this where Prep sort of just puts their, not really putting the nail in the coffin, because it's still the third quarter, but is this where they start to put their foot on the neck?
Yeah, they want to at least come away with the 2-score lead. Lombardo takes the carry, weaving his way, bobbing and weaving up the middle for 5. Good run by him. Little Le'Veon Bell patience there.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but the top receiver looks to be a bit off sides. I don't want to snitch, but yeah, we'll check next time. Garofalo.
So Manning joined by Lombardo in the backfield. Manning drops back, looks over the middle. He's hit as he throws, but he has Langston over the middle. Langston makes a move to the outside. Langston's gonna get down inside the 10. There was just too many defenders there for him to get to the end zone, but he scurried his way for 30 yards.
Yeah, let's see this. Manning just throws it. It's got to be some sort of miscommunication among number 12 and Saunders, because I don't really see much other of an excuse to not be on him there. Had to be a mess up in the zone coverage. Not exactly sure. I didn't really get a read on what the coverage was, but must have been a miscommunication on high and low.
So that's the second slant, kind of short pass Langston's taken for a big gain. Those track wheels are really being shown off. Another aspect of that play I want to highlight, Manning was hit as he threw. I know Langston was pretty wide open. He still put it on target, though.
That was a nice ball. That's a nice ball. If I'm Danbury, I'm a little frustrated, but I'm not mad about that.
They got the pressure through, but
yeah, they hit him.
Manning just made a better play.
Yeah.
This Jesuits offensive line has been playing really well today. Jack Watson stopping some pressure from the edge. James Burgess, Manny Juco, they've all been playing really well. They've all been able to give Manning time. And when Manning has time, he's been phenomenal this season. So 1st and goal from the 7 for the Jesuits. They've been perfect in the red zone today. This one goes to Lombardo, who's had the 2 touchdowns so far. He will not get very far.
Yeah, they're really looking to just get his 3rd touchdown against the Hatters, and I'm not really seeing an avenue for it on the inside run. I think you gotta open up the playbook a bit more. I really like a wide receiver screen to the outside, maybe to Dakota Newton. He's been a bit underutilized, and not gonna say it's not all not on him, but I think you got to throw it to Dakota Newton here.
So Manning will run this one himself, and he's got nowhere to go. He will get a few yards, but it's still going to be a 3rd and goal from the 4. Oh, 3rd and goal from the 5. I apologize.
I really like a fade route here. And I know the analytics say it's not the best. It's not the best route. It's not the best idea, and it's better to just run the ball. But it's 3rd and 5. You have an undersized. Actually, he's not undersized. And maybe a little undersized on the top of your screen against Dakota Newton, number 4. I think you throw a fade here, get the ball up.
Manning scrambling, looking to make a play. Manning's going to dive for the pylon. He's hit. It looks like it's going to be
down?
Short. The pylon was hit. We're going to need a replay on this.
Yeah, we need a replay on that one. Yeah, we need a replay on this
Let's
one.
get a second look at this here.
Let's see that. Oh, it's not even close. It's not even close. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a touchdown.
I don't know about that being short. Jesuits are going to look to get it anyways. Maybe Manning stepped out of bounds, but he was fighting his way along that sideline, walking the tightrope. Jordan Lewis in the backfield now.
4th and goal.
Hand it to Lombardo, and Lombardo gets his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. Number 3 gets his 3rd, and the Jesuits have a chance to take a 24-10 lead.
That's 3 touchdowns for number 3.
Again, in that red zone, they are perfect so far tonight. Lombardo getting all 3. Jordan Lewis lead blocking. Leo Buzzy in there. Too easy for Lombardo.
And now here's where you'd sort of ease back on your defense. Most defensive coordinators would, but I disagree. I think you keep the pressure. I think you keep the pressure on. I'd say you throw a blitz. I'd say you throw a blitz and tell everyone to maintain, contain, but just since there's so many bodies down there, you're going to get a sack. I don't think they've sacked the guy all afternoon or all night.
Yeah, they've been close. So Keith's been able to escape the grasp of Sam Shaney once or twice, Jordan Lewis once or twice. But that's just a phenomenal red zone drive there by the Jesuits. Again, special teams set them up for that. The Hatters keep giving them the short field with these punts.
Yeah, I say you just got to throw. You got to throw an overload blitz to one side, and I'd say you throw it to his non-dominant side.
Cornelius remains perfect on extra points for the season. He's going to look to put this one through the back of the end zone. And the Jesuits have a 2-touchdown lead over the Hatters with 8:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hatters going to need a big comeback. I'm not putting it past them, though. They have lived on the big play, and that's what you need here to make a big comeback. Cornelius will put this one through the back, and the Hatters will take over from the 20.
We'll see if O'Keefe can make some more magic happen. Yeah, what I'd really like is an overload blitz to his throwing side. You haven't really seen him scramble the other way. I mean, you have, but he hasn't really thrown it while going that way. You've seen him fake it, and he caught a senior linebacker, all-star Matthew Moudry one time, but I really don't think that he's going to throw it that way. We're at a high school level. I think you just overload it to his strong arm, to his throwing side, and you'll limit his passing.
O'Keefe hands this one off to Cherry. He's going to fight for a couple. The Hatters not straying away from the run. They're confident. They got enough time left. Oh, never. So a 2nd and 9 here for the Hatters. Again, 2 running backs in the backfield.
It's a
O'Keefe
blitz.
drops back this time, rolls to his right. It's a little low and it is dropped by Kalari. Good throw by O'Keefe, but a little low.
Yeah, that was interesting. They sent six to pressure, but they still doubled Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan Lewis is a force to be reckoned with for this Jesuits team. He leads the team in sacks. Jesuits as a whole have 16 sacks. Jordan Lewis has 11 of those.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see if it was intentional or if it was. Oh.
They had Klein, the tight end, step up in there.
Yeah, he just needed help there. And all of a sudden, it is 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, and the Hatters are going to have to start getting aggressive.
I think this is where you're going to see their first turnover.
Prediction from Karsten. We're not going to see it happen yet as Danbury takes a timeout. This is a huge 3rd down for them. They do not want to give the Jesuits the ball back.
These are the sorts of situations where turnovers happen. You just have a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, thinking you got to play hero ball. And sometimes maybe you are that caliber, but sometimes on that play you just don't have it. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And you get into these situations where you've been forcing the ball and getting some deflections. Tavares Newkirk getting into deflection and nearly intercepting it one of those times. I believe Buck had one of those as well. Barrett might have as well. I'm not exactly sure. But this is just one of those times where it all catches up to you and you force it into a window it really shouldn't be in. And it's where turnovers happen, and you really have to stay disciplined. I know you're down 2 scores, but I think you just have to stay disciplined here, take what the defense gives you, and don't force it. If anything, scramble and force it. That's the only way it's okay.
I completely agree. O'Keefe's been absolutely phenomenal with his legs, making plays outside the pocket tonight.
In fact, I wouldn't even mind if you can find that it's man coverage, just throw 4 verticals and then scramble. I wouldn't even mind that, Madden style.
Completely agree. O'Keefe will look to the sideline where he had Saunders, but he just overthrew him. Buck was playing Saunders soft.
Yeah, he took advantage of some relatively soft coverage. He wasn't even playing the sticks. That was interesting.
So Saunders was open. That's one throw O'Keefe's going to want back. So you got to look here.
Oh, I think he had a finger on that.
Yeah, football's a game of inches.
Yeah.
This punt is straight up in the air again. And it's going to be out of bounds, and the Jesuits, I mean, they are just, Robbie Manning in this offense is getting phenomenal field position every time.
You know, it scares me. It scares me how good they are at special teams. It scares me. The Giants could learn.
They should learn. I mean, a couple of special teamers for the Jesuits are right in the punter's face, but he just put it straight up into the air.
I mean, when you get that, who needs a block?
Exactly. They're going to be at their own 35. I mean, this is better field position than last time for them. Callahan on the field.
I think that's where O'Keefe threw the ball that he missed.
That was about a 15-yard punt, if that. Callahan on one of his first carries of the game fights for 5. There's a flag down.
I think that's a hold. Should be a hold on the left side of the line.
This is going to be coming back. It is against the Jesuits. That is a hold.
Illegal block in the back, a more rare call. You only see those every few games.
Yeah, it's not a hold, rather an illegal block in the back. Still a 10-yard penalty. So that field position they had kind of negated. Callahan gets the ball again. Callahan has room, and he's going to get all that yardage back. And he's going to get to the spot where he was tackled in the first place. What a run by Callahan. Jesuits moving quickly here. Manning gives this to Callahan again, feeds the hot hand. And he's going to get close to the sticks on that second down. It will be a first down for Callahan. Great few plays for him as he comes off and Lombardo gets sent back out.
I believe that's Chad James, the return man in the backfield.
And he will get a carry. Trying to fight his way. He will get back to the line of scrimmage. Chad James had 2 touchdowns last week against Xavier in the dominant Thanksgiving Day win. So he's one of the secret ways. He's an underclassman, but I think he's going to have a big role next year.
I completely agree. I think he's going to be the lead back next year. You're sort of a scat sort of back that you're able to just dump it off to in the pass. Also run it to the outside. You would also want someone to run it on the inside, but he's good at that too. You just don't want to run him into the ground.
So Manning rolling to his right, looks downfield. He has Brian Moore caught. Brian Moore's going to walk that into the end zone. Touchdown, Jesuits. Brian Moore connects with Robbie Manning for 2 touchdowns in 3 games for him.
That's just simple pitch and catch. That's just simple pitch and catch. Let's see that again.
Brian Moore breaking that tackle and tiptoeing the sideline, getting to the end zone. Robbie Manning, Brian Moore's becoming one of his favorite targets. And he was able to drop it in the breadbasket, and Cornelius stays perfect on extra points for the year.
Yeah, it was amazing how he was able to tiptoe into the end zone, never stepping out.
Never.
Never stepping out there. As will be a kickoff. And Prep, as you mentioned, you were completely right. Second half team, this is looking very similar to the Jonathan Law game.
Certainly, the half started 17-10. The Jesuits now have a 31-10 lead, a 3-touchdown lead, and Danbury needs to act now.
Yeah, if there was any time to act, it is now. Number 3 needs to pull some more wizardry out of his bag of tricks. We'll see exactly how he does that. But right now, it's all Jesuits in the second half.
It really has been Manning getting his first touchdown pass of the game. Vincent Lombardo accounted for the other 3 on the ground. So Brian Moore, the junior, coming up big here in these last few games. He had a touchdown against Jonathan Law, a touchdown here, and he's getting hot at the right time.
Exactly.
Cornelius kicks off. This time Saunders will have a chance to return, trying to make something happen. He's going to try and get to the outside. He has space, but Frick is there to... No, Saunders never went down, so good return from him. Saunders gets up to the 37-yard line.
Saunders is having the game of his life. I mean, it looks like a whole other player out there. I don't know what that is. He just... That ball carrier vision is making me stutter. It's absolutely fantastic. Look at that track speed.
Yeah, he kept pace with J.J. Langston earlier. Actually brought him down for a tackle. So he is quick. And he got a chance to return there. And he brought it all the way up to the 38 to try and give the Hatters a little boost here, a little jolt.
Yeah, and he'll be stuffed, just absolutely nowhere to go, right at the line. See ball, get ball.
Second and 10 after that play went nowhere for the Hatters. O'Keefe rolls out to his right, finds Klein, and Klein's going to get the first down. Good play by the Hatters. The ball came out. It was after the play, though, after he was down.
Replay that, and I'm going to draw.
O'Keefe's pass is complete to number 44,
Don't put a GoPro on the stream then, buddy.
I'm doing it. Are we good?
Good for our Hatters.
He goes the wrong way. He absolutely Gets juked out of his socks by the tight end there. That's absolutely disappointing from Tavares Newkirk. He's got it next time, though.
He did fight his way back to make the tackle. Little effort play. O'Keefe looking to the sideline. That is batted away by Sam Barrett. Or Jack Buck, I apologize. Jack Buck batted that one away. Good play by him. So O'Keefe will fake the handoff to Saunders, give it to Cherry up the middle. Cherry goes for 2. Hatters are moving here. It's going to take a lot to get back in this game, especially with the way the Jesuits offense has been going in this second half.
Why? He gets absolutely juked out of his socks right here in this play earlier. There's a bit of a mistake here. It's a bit of a disappointment there. He got juked out of his socks. But we'll move on to the next play here.
O'Keefe rolls to his right again. O'Keefe flings it downfield for Saunders. Saunders tried to make the contested catch. There will be a flag. Saunders almost got that football too in double coverage.
Yeah, that was not the move. I don't know what O'Keefe was thinking there. He had a wide open man and to get a first down and maybe even more. He had his tight end wide open. I don't know why he threw it into double coverage. That's just a misstep.
Yeah, it did get the pass interference call. Maybe that's what he was going for. They're going to move this ball 15 yards forward.
If that's what he was going for, that's the right play, but I'm not exactly sure on that one. It's very cold.
It is.
My feet are freezing through my socks.
That is going to be pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure on that one, on that call there. I think he got there after the ball was in his hands.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit too much contact to let go, in my mind.
Oh, really?
O'Keefe communicating with Saunders here, his favorite target tonight, before he gets back in the shotgun. So O'Keefe takes the snap, rolls to his right again. He looked for Saunders, looked him off, and then that ball was tipped by Brody Sommers. He had Saunders if he threw it a bit earlier.
Brody Sommers has played his tail off this whole season. He's been playing absolutely fantastic.
I think Brody Sommers will be my breakout player of the year for the Jesuits. He had a pick in the first game against Greenwich, earned his spot, and then, I mean, he's done a phenomenal job back there. Second on the team in interceptions, playing well.
Playing very, very well. Well, that's an unfortunate play.
So ineligible man downfield for the Hatters. This will bring them back. So O'Keefe drops back. O'Keefe looking to heave one downfield. He's going to roll out to his left. O'Keefe pressured by Dan DeLibero. O'Keefe's going to take off with it, and he'll get out of bounds. He got about 5 yards there. He got the yardage lost on the penalty back, or most of it at least.
Yeah, O'Keefe has just been a very consistent player so far. Is this the Wildcat? Oh, no. He's just talking to Coach. For 1 second, I was thinking they were running a Wildcat.
So Danbury somewhat moving down the field here, putting pressure, taking a long drive here. O'Keefe doing the best he can. The Hatters going to break the huddle with a 2nd and 12 ahead of them.
Empty set.
And that's going to be an illegal motion against the Hatters. Another offensive penalty for them. And it's going to move them back 5 yards.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you go from moving into field goal range to moving into maybe even the other side of the field. Like, I don't know what this offense thinks they're doing. They're going backwards.
Yeah, that's their 2nd offensive penalty in 3 plays. Oh, so they won't get the penalty. Danbury called a timeout, actually. I apologize on that.
Yeah.
There was definitely an illegal motion, but they got the timeout off before.
Apologies for the slander there.
So Danbury takes one of their 3 timeouts. They have 2 remaining. They're down by 21, 3 scores.
Sometimes you got to wonder what's Hellstrom saying. What's his game plan? What's going on in his head? The mastermind.
So O'Keefe in an empty set in the backfield.
Looks like it's the same play.
2nd and 12.
Same formation at least. Yeah, it'll be the same play.
And this is going to be blown up by Sullivan in the backfield, joined by Shaney. Sullivan was the first one there, and that's a loss of 7 for the Hatters.
Yeah, that's just not it. That's just not it. That's just not it.
So O'Keefe drops back, pressured by Jordan Lewis immediately. He rolls to his right. Dan DeLibro's right there. He gets the throw off. And this is going to be a 4th and extremely long for the Hatters.
Yeah, and there's just no one to throw to. Just no one to throw to. Some of the D linemen are just too fast to let him get away. And you'd really like your receivers to come open, and that's when you're really missing your all-conference receivers. There's only so much that rolling out and improvising can do. Sometimes you just need your guys to get open.
Yeah, definitely. He did not have a lot of time there. Dan DeLibro was right there for the tackle. So he got it out in time. This is going to set up a punt, though, for the Hatters, which has not gone well for them so far.
It should
and
pin
this
them deep.
Long snap is bounced. Great play by the punter to still get it off.
A nice bounce for them.
Caballos did a great job recovering the bounce and pinning Prep back inside their own 20.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a disaster on special teams. You start to wonder what the score would be without special teams. But as they say, there's 3 parts to the game. Every coach says it.
Exactly. Special teams is an important aspect of the game. The Jesuits are lucky to have a great kicker and punter in Cornelius, some great returners, and really pressuring the other team's kickers and punters is what they've done really well this season, as you've seen highlighted in this game. Manning brings Delaney in motion. Delaney gets the jet sweep. Delaney with not much room to go anywhere. Saunders was the first one there.
Yeah, and the Jesuits are looking to shorten this game. Up 3 scores. You start to ask the other team, can you put up 21 more points? And honestly, I don't think they can. I don't think they can.
Yeah, they were moving the ball late in the first half really well. It just has not happened here in the second half. It's unfortunate for Danbury. They've run into some roadblocks. Prep defense has played extremely well. Delaney again in motion. Manning looks Delaney's way. He will find him, but Delaney is met immediately and gets thrown down. Helmet taken off. That was Brewster on the aggressive tackle.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That was a good tackle right there.
That was awesome. Do I need to take the jacket off? Hell yeah.
3rd and 7 ahead of him. Manning rolls to his left, and that's caught by Langston for the first down.
Yeah, I'll shout at everyone but Russo.
Target number 1, Jeremiah Langston.
Liam what? Liam Lopez. Pete. Oh, it's Pete. All right. Liam Foster, Pierce Grimes, Dylan Russo, Leo Lopez, Peter DeRose. All right, cool.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of the score.
And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter there. The Jesuits are going to take a 31-10 lead into the 4th.
Yeah, and it's just been a great quarter for Fairfield Prep. 14 unanswered points.
In my mind, the best quarter they've played all year. The most important quarter they've had all year. They've done a great job with it.
Yeah, and there was a bit of doubt. Welcome to our stream. This is the Fairfield Prep media team. Jack Singlewall, Pierce Grems, Aiden Proster, Dylan Russo, Peter DeRose, Leo Lopez, Robert Ruane.
Just want to give a huge thanks to all the camera guys out there battling the cold.
Brandon Cleary.
Battling the elements.
Can't forget anyone on this whole team. It's a great team, and we're looking to expand it every year. Go Prep.
Go Prep. One of the great opportunities they offer.
Start of the 4th quarter, 1st and 10 Jesuits.
So Manning will take the snap here. He's going to find Brian Moore, who had the touchdown earlier, and Moore will get the first.
Yeah, and you're starting to notice the Danbury defense is starting to look for turnovers. Turnovers. They're being a lot more aggressive, going for the ball. And you're seeing them start to punch at it even.
Yeah, turnovers in good field position. They're going to need a lot of those to mount this comeback. It's already the 4th quarter. It's getting late early for these Hatters. Manning pressured immediately, steps up in the pocket. He's going to need to do something with his feet, and he is brought down. That is Klein on the sack. I think that's going to be a face mask on Klein, actually.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. The personal foul. That's their first good defensive play in a while. That's unfortunate for them.
I believe it's a face mask. If we check this replay here, it looks like 44 comes in late.
Not even, oh no, it
was not 44. It was number 17.
17.
Romero. I mean, that's just a little unnecessary. He's already down. He came in kind of late. I understand what he's trying to do. He's probably trying to punch for the ball like you were touching on earlier. But that's just going to give the Jesuits another first down.
I think you got to go for a man coverage look here. Have a rat just looking for the ball, and it's a really good play against the run as well. So you could have cover one, have a linebacker and a safety in zone coverage, deep and in like the mid area, the hole. And everywhere else, man coverage. It's fantastic against the run, and I think that's what they should run right now.
It's a good idea. Hatters should take note. Having an issue with the chains here, I believe.
I'm just going to draw what the play would be. It would be have your rat like around here, and you have your safety back there, and then everyone else would just be man coverage.
That makes sense right there. Just trying to increase that pressure on Manning, force those turnovers.
Trust me, the circles actually made sense.
Is this coming back here?
I don't want to be that guy, but it's 11 minutes left, 21 points.
No, this is going, I'm confused. So it clearly was a face mask. They threw the flag. This should move 15 yards or 10 yards up for a personal foul.
Like, are they thinking it's a spot foul or something? I'm not exactly sure what's going on here.
Maybe they're thinking it's just like a replay of the down.
It was first down though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I don't know about that one. Yeah. Probably gonna be Vinny.
All right, so they are going to move the ball up. They're moving the chains. Jesuits are going to have a 1st and 10 from Danbury's 41. So from the 41-yard line, Jesuits take over, or Jesuits have possession, but they restart a 1st down. From the 41, Manning hands it to Callahan. Callahan with room up the middle. He's going to go for the 1st down.
Yeah, and it'll be just before the first. Oh, no, I correct myself. That should be a 1st down.
Yeah, Callahan moves the chains. Done a good job of that tonight.
It seems Vinny Lombardo has gotten a rest.
Callahan gets the ball up the middle. He'll go for 4.
Yeah, Vinny would be my player for the game, and he's not even going to play the whole second half, I think. And it seems like it's the same game every time with Prep. It's a little close in the first half, and then they just blow them out in the 3rd quarter and just run the clock out for the rest of the game. It's going to be slow, it's going to be easy, and it's going to be a win.
Yeah, and as things are looking right now, it seems, as Robbie Manning breaks free, and he'll go for 15 with his legs, one of the threats he can do. It seems that the Jesuits are going to be facing the Greenwich Cardinals in the semifinals if things stay the same. That's a rematch of the first game of the season. My freshman year here, the Jesuits lost to Greenwich in the state finals, maybe for a little redemption moment for the Jesuits. That would be a huge game, and that's going to be on Monday. Tune in for that. We will be streaming that, assuming the Jesuits go on to win. And I will say, if the Jesuits were to play the Cardinals, they're not the team that you can come out slow against.
They're not, and they did that last time.
That is what happened last time. They were down at half, and they just couldn't claw their way back in.
Now the question is, can Greenwich do the same on Prep's home field?
Exactly. Prep having the 2 seed over Greenwich, despite the head-to-head loss, means they will get home field advantage. And that's been huge for the Jesuits so far this season. Only 1 loss at home. That was against a tough hand team. So Manning pressured immediately, dumps it off. Lombardo scoops it in with 1 hand. Not a bad play from him, just to get some of that penalty yardage back.
Yeah, just keep the clock moving, stay in bounds, and they can end this game quicker.
It is cold out here.
It's cold. I'm going to drink some hot chocolate when I get home. A lot of it. Liters, gallons.
Maybe put on an extra pair of socks. And Manning pressured, throws this one up. He had
Oh, that's
Lombardo.
pass interference, and it's not even close.
I think the issue with that is the ball was landed out of bounds. No,
Did
they
it?
will throw the flag.
Oh, yeah, good. That was just blatant.
Did they throw the flag? I mean, Lombardo was clearly pushed. I don't know if this ball was catchable or not. Manning just getting hit as he throws.
That's 100% catchable. That's 110% catchable.
Yeah, so the referee threw his hat to signal the pass interference, not a flag. Nice method by him.
I'd hope so. Let's see if ball doesn't lie again.
Maybe it was not called pass interference.
I don't think it was.
Interesting.
3rd and 14 now. Deep ball.
Manning
Langston.
throws the fade.
And it's, oh, he looks.
You guys can replay mine. I got a good replay on that.
All right, so the Cardinals with a dominant 28-7 lead over Staples right now. So that is the likely opponent for the Jesuits if they were to move on. Langston gets tripped up there.
Can you tell me what the New Britain score is? Because last we checked, they were getting upset. And it'll be Cornelius again.
To try and get 3 more, make it 34-10.
This will be his 6th time kicking, including extra points.
And he is perfect so far. Don't want to jinx him. This would make it a 4-score game and nearly unreachable for the Hatters. And Cornelius misses it slightly left. I guess I did jinx him. But that was a tough kick. It came out a little low. Jesuits still have a 3-score lead.
Yeah, it's a shame. And as for the Jesuits, they've had a fantastic game so far. They just want to have the rest of this game go by quickly, and we'll see how they fare against the Danbury offense.
So Danbury needing to score on every single other possession they get here. I mean, if they punt here, there is no punt. They have to go for it on every 4th down if they want a slight chance.
Oh, yeah, they need to.
And they need some things to bounce in their favor as well.
They need some magic, some UCF McLean magic.
O'Keefe dancing in the pocket. He will be brought down by Matthew Moudry on the tackle. That might be his first sack of his career.
The all-star. And by the way, the top seed in the CIAC bracket is still down 7-0 to Norwich.
Yeah, New Britain having a slow offensive game against Norwich Free Academy. That's a 1-seed versus 8-seed matchup.
Top
They're
seed.
down 7-0. New Britain, obviously, if they were to get knocked out early, that would be a shock.
Yeah, Prep would then be the favorites.
That's thrown to the sideline to number 14, Reyes.
If Norwich were to pull the upset, Prep would then be the favorites for the title.
Yeah, that is true. They would be the highest seed remaining. I think favorites, them and Greenwich, they would have to be.
Yeah, I guess so.
Greenwich is a tough team, man. As the Jesuits saw, they lost to them early on. They got a great running back, a great running game. I mean, the Jesuits have only gotten better since the start of the season. I can imagine the same is true for Greenwich as well. Home field advantage. I think it might. I would have to give Greenwich a bit of a favorite just because they have the head-to-head win, but Prep would be the highest seed. That's a great throw and catch, sliding catch by Saunders.
As we know from Notre Dame and Miami, head-to-head should matter, of course.
I don't know. Sometimes just the better team you have to take consideration for.
I don't know about that one.
And O'Keefe keeps this one, tricks the entire Prep defense.
It's not on your screen right now, but There was a 7-yard gain, read option.
Yeah, O'Keefe on the keeper. I just want to congratulate Matthew Moudry on his first career sack.
Yeah, he'll be talking about that one. It's going to be a loud day on campus.
Yeah, maybe that kind of wipes the other play, you know.
What other play?
Yeah, I don't remember any other play.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So he gets his first career sack, steps up, stops O'Keefe before he can get off the line. You can say maybe he stepped up within the absence of John Morris. O'Keefe on another keeper. He's going to take it to the outside. He'll get 2 before he gets out of bounds. As you can see, Danbury just wants the ball in the hands of O'Keefe here.
Yeah, that was almost a fantastic block from Noah Romano, the receiver on Danbury. But as O'Keefe started to run towards him, it looked more like a hold.
He's got family here too.
So this defensive line for the Jesuits, a couple sacks tonight, playing well. That throw just over the hands of number 4, Noah Romano.
Yeah, he just missed that touch pass.
Just a quick update. There's 2 minutes left in the third quarter of that New Britain-Norwich Free game. So the game is certainly not over. New Britain will have more offensive opportunities, but Norwich Free with the lead for now.
I'd just like to say, by the way, I love the hustle of the defensive linemen when they're getting off the field. It's got to be 4.2 speed.
And another update on the bracket as we see O'Keefe making a move here. He evades a sack. No, he'll be brought down.
Is that Moudry again?
It might have been. Let's get a replay on that to see who it was. That was Shaney on the ground, grabbing at the feet of O'Keefe. In the Southington-Glastonbury game, just a quick yeah, that's Shaney wrapping him up. Southington has a 35-24 lead over Glastonbury with 6 minutes left in the fourth. So Southington playing some great football. I believe this would make it a 6-game win streak if they were to hold out and win. And they are a threat in that top half of the bracket.
Yeah, they would definitely be the favorites to make it to the championship on that half if New Britain were to fall.
It looks like number 14, J.J. Reyes, was taking the snap at quarterback there before they called the timeout. No, O'Keefe's going to be coming out to the huddle there. So they took the timeout to make sure O'Keefe would get some plays. So this timeout by Danbury, they just used their second.
There's only 5 minutes left in the half. Danbury is going to be looking to just end the game quick, have a last few drives on the season. Great season for them. First playoff appearance in 22 years. Nothing to sneeze at. The score may not look like it, but in the first half they were very competitive. They were a very good team.
Yeah, this Danbury, this is a season they're going to remember. It's their first winning season. Whoa, what a catch by Saunders. Showing some balls to step up over the middle of the field.
Oh, my.
And he's going to fight his way.
Oh, my
all the way down to the goal line.
Saunders.
Just playing the game of his life.
Saunders, he's not even normally a receiver. He's mostly a DB.
I mean, he just jumped right there. I mean, that's a scary play to make.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He made 5 prep defenders miss, and I think 2 were captains.
Yeah. Sam Barrett on the dive.
Sam Barrett, among others.
That took some guts right there. He's leaping midair over the middle of the field. That's something they usually tell receivers not to do.
That'll be a touchdown.
So I don't want to put a bow on their season just yet. I mean,
yeah, maybe they heard us.
This would be, they might have. This would be extremely improbable, but it is now a 2-score game with 4 minutes remaining. But yeah, Danbury's, they're not giving up. You got to admire that. They're out here, they're fighting, especially O'Keefe and Saunders. They've had a great game together.
Extra point attempt by Jorge Ceballos.
And you got to watch out. Danbury may look for an onside kick here now.
I would certainly onside kick it if I were them. I think if the Jesuits recover it, that would put a end to the Danbury season. But if Danbury were to recover it, this is not over.
Completely agreed. You got to get your hands team out there, Prep. And it's cold. It's cold.
It is cold. So Prep's going to – if Danbury doesn't bring out an onside kick unit here, I'd be shocked. I think they're definitely going to. As much as you can practice an onside kick, it's still extremely hard to execute.
Yeah, they say it's around a 9 out of 10 that the hands team recovers.
So just to update you, Greenwich has all but sealed up that matchup against Staples, 34-7 now.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of a case of a BTA for Staples, but it's a bit disappointing for their season.
So Staples, I believe, played Greenwich on Thanksgiving. They lost. They tried to come out, maybe get a little rematch juice going. Didn't work. And they're going to – Greenwich is going to advance. Greenwich obviously won the state title last year, beating West Haven. This will be an onside kick, and it is right into the arms of the Jesuits. So the Jesuits will take over at midfield. Danbury put a little bit of pressure on for a moment. JJ doesn't look like it's going to make a difference, though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate if you're Danbury. He goes right into the arms of the hands team there.
Sometimes on that onside kick, you're just kind of hoping for a lucky bounce, maybe a little fumble to get something. That was beautifully played by the Jesuits. Manning takes a snap, hands it to James, who's going to fight his way up the middle. James makes a move, and he will get 9. Chad James getting some work here late in this game.
Picks up 8 on the play, 2nd down and 2.
Manning takes a snap. He'll hand it off to James again. He'll look to finish up that work for the first down. He bounces it to the outside. Trucks a man, and he gets the first. Chad James, a smaller back, but he lowered the shoulder right there and set the tone.
Yeah, Isaiah Saunders, he's been having his way on the field all game, but not that time. Not that time.
We'll get a little look here.
Yeah, let's get a replay on that.
Bounces it to the outside and then
boom. Where are you going?
Spins out of that tackle. This one's going to go to James again. 3rd carry in a row, and he'll get brought down by the ankles after a solid gain of 4.
That's a sophomore, number 12, Chad James. He's the ball carrier. Pick up a 3 on the play, 2nd and 7.
And as now you're seeing the starters out, Prep starting to milk the clock down.
James again on the carry, nowhere to go this time. Manning still in the game. The offensive line starters still in the game, but they're resting up Scout and Vinny. Vinny having dealt with a few injury issues this year, but for the most part, Prep's kind of avoided the injury bug. Dakota Newton obviously struggled for a little while, but Prep's maintained good health throughout the year.
Yeah, the receiver room has been banged up all the time.
Yeah, I forgot about Langston. He was out for a few games with injuries.
Yeah.
That offensive line, that core five up front, has stuck together. They've played really well down the stretch here as James gets another handoff and takes it to the outside. This one will not go for a first.
Yeah, that time Saunders got the best of him there. Still a solid game, though.
Fourth and it's going to be 4th and 3, I believe. 4th and 4, maybe.
Yeah, if I'm Prep, I wouldn't even mind running the ball here.
Yeah, this game with 1:04 left, clock is running. Danbury being down 2 scores.
It may seem to be in poor taste to go for it, but
I think it just helps run out a bit more of the clock.
Yeah.
Because Cornelius certainly isn't kicking from here, and even if he could, you don't necessarily need to tack on more points.
Yeah, that would be in poor taste. In poor taste.
So Jesuits take a timeout as the clock runs down.
Let's hear it for the O-line tonight. Headed by number 70, the captain, James Burgess.
The offensive line here getting some cheers at Rafferty Stadium. They did not allow a sack tonight. Captain James Burgess, first team All-SEC, played really well. This offensive line.
Number 61,
Oh, I have just received an update. NFA is up on New Britain, the 1 seed in the CIAC tournament, 14-0, and I believe it's the fourth quarter now. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I'm hearing from my director, Pierce Grems. Thank you very much. Salute to you, too.
That would be a big-time upset. Norwich Free scraped their way into the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. And they're looking to upset the number 1 seed. Manning's just going to loft this one out to James. James will get back to the line of scrimmage. Danbury will take over on the turnover on downs. So New Britain possibly knocked out. Jesuits, this could be their year. It could be.
Very easily. It's just Greenwich ahead of them.
It's just get through Greenwich. You're at home. You're going to have to play better than you've played all season, basically, to take down that Greenwich team. But they can do it. They can do it.
And then likely you're looking at a date with Southington, which is not an easy matchup. They've been on fire recently, but I'm sure you're glad to pick that over the 1 seed.
All right, so O'Keefe takes the snap, runs to the sideline, looking to create anything, getting pressured by Ryan Murray. Jump throws it, no one there. Incomplete pass. 19 seconds left. I would be a huge fan if Danbury just kneeled it here.
I would agree. It's cold.
Possibly the last play of Danbury's season. A great season at that. 6-4 in the FCIAC is not an easy feat. First playoff appearance since 2002. Really excited the city of Danbury as O'Keefe hauls this one down the field to Saunders. There is a flag thrown. That's going to be against the Jesuits. Obviously, defensive pass interference.
It seems that Danbury is on a run. They're really driving now. It's to cut the lead to 24 now.
So Danbury's going to be marching down the field here a little bit.
With 9 seconds left.
Saunders playing out of his mind today. One of the best games he's probably played in his career. Phenomenal game from him. O'Keefe's been fighting hard. He's missed a few throws, but besides that, he's played it really well as well.
Someone pick him up. Early signing day already passed, but national signing day is not done. Someone pick him up. Saunders.
Yeah, he's played really well. His ability to make plays outside the pocket is really what stood out to me today. O'Keefe drops back, throws one over the middle. Nobody home for that throw. Second down. 3 seconds left.
Yo, take off the flag icon.
The last play of Danbury's season right here. Updating the Glastonbury-Southington game. For those who want to hear, Glastonbury scored a touchdown. They're now only down 35-30 with 3 minutes left in the fourth. So Glastonbury not dead yet.
That's at Southington, correct?
No, Southington's the 5 seed, so it's at Glastonbury. O'Keefe drops back.
For more than likely the last play.
0 seconds on the clock. He finds Romero. And Romero steps out of bounds. And the Fairfield Prep Jesuits defeat Danbury High School 31-17 in the CIAC Double-L quarterfinal, and will head on to face Greenwich in the semifinal. We'll be right back. We're going to send you to ads, and then we'll break down the game.
I'm prepared and I'm excited.
Remember,
We're a lot like you.
For generations, we've shaped young men into leaders, thinkers, and compassionate individuals. But to maintain our tradition of excellence, we must evolve and grow.
In the Ignatian tradition, I begin my day with gratitude. Gratitude for you, our generous supporters and benefactors who have been critical to our success. Now, we invite you to build an even brighter future.
Our campaign focuses on 3 essential pillars that will propel Fairfield Prep into the future.
By expanding our financial aid program, we'll ensure that a Fairfield Prep education is accessible to deserving students from all backgrounds.
It's critical that we continue to expand scholarship opportunities for students whose families can't afford full tuition and allow them to be part of the prep experience, because in fact, they make the prep experience.
Fairfield Prep is a very special place, but what makes it special is the people here.
I know so many people here who are great athletes and then they turn around and go play with the band or write a short story for a creative writing contest.
Whether you like athletics or engineering or art, there's so much to do after school.
Our commitment to excellence means providing our faculty with cutting-edge professional development opportunities, empowering them to inspire and challenge our students.
By supporting our educators to always pursue learning, we're producing great teachers in the classroom, but also great role models for our students.
The faculty here at Fairfield Prep are invited to learn more about the traditions that we are upholding in the classroom, and one of the ways that we do that is through the Jesuit Educators Academy.
The Jesuit Educators Academy is a 5-year program in which teachers who are new to prep learn about the mission and core values of Ignatian spirituality.
If we do not train faculty, we don't produce the type of students who can go out and set the world afire.
We're enhancing our campus with state-of-the-art facilities, with a center for arts and recreation, and expanding our academic support services to nurture every student's potential.
We use a scaffolding approach to provide resources to ensure academic success for our students.
As an athlete and a musician, it's great to have new facilities that really enhance what prep is all about.
I've had to learn and grow into being a well-rounded person. Here at Prep, we call it Cura Personalis, or care of the whole person.
Our world needs leaders of conscience, compassion,
competence, and commitment.
Shaped by a Jesuit Catholic education.
All of this is a fabric woven together that becomes the graduate at graduation.
What is a grad at grad?
Open to growth.
Intellectually competent.
Religious.
Loving.
Committed to doing justice.
These are the hallmarks of a Fairfield Prep graduate.
Ignatius said he could find God in all things. Our education is about finding God in each other and in the world around us.
We need your help to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world.
Together, let's shape the future of our school, forming leaders who support the values of Fairfield Prep. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Go forth.
All right, and we are back. We'll have an exclusive interview soon, and as well as a bracket update for the high school matches going on right now. And we'll send it down to you, Tommy.
Here with the player of the game, Vinny Lombardo, who had 3 touchdowns tonight. Vinny, what was your mentality going into the game, and how did you execute?
Wait, maybe it's not. Forget it. What is happening?